Question 3. A particle P is moving with velocity I minus 2j kilometers per hour. So it's moving with constant velocity, no acceleration. At time equals 0, so initial position is this, and then at time t, its position is p. Find an expression for p in terms of t. So I'm going to use the position vector formula that position is equal to position at time 0 plus displacement ut plus half at squared. We know that it's moving with constant velocity, so acceleration is equal to 0. So the position of p is equal to, at time equals 0, its initial position is minus 5i plus 9j plus, and then velocity v is constant, so initial velocity is the same as this, I minus 2j t. For part B, so let's move that down a little. Point A has the position vector 3i plus 2j. Find the position vector of P when P is due west of A. A diagram is always helpful when you're doing these questions with directions. So A has position vector 3i plus 2j, so 3i and 2j. So A is there. Any point to the west of A will be at the same vertical height. It will be on the same horizontal line, so its j component will be equal to 2. So if I form an equation by equating the j component to 2, so 9j and then minus 2tj minus 2t is equal to 2. So that means that 2t is equal to 7 and t is equal to 3.5 hours. And now I can use that in another equation that I can make to find the I component, or I can substitute t into this equation here and just multiply out and then simplify the terms. But I think it's quicker to make an equation for I. So minus 5i and plus ti is equal to minus 5 and t is 3.5. So that's equal to minus 1.5. So our vector for the position vector for P is minus 1.5 I plus 2j. So minus 1.5 I plus 2j, it's going to be up there. For part C, I'm just going to use another piece of paper. So another particle Q is moving with this velocity here, where b is a constant. Given that the particles are moving along parallel lines, find the value of b. So if two particles are moving parallel to one another, then their velocities are parallel. So the velocity of one is a scalar multiple of the other. So if we've got the velocity of P, which is I minus 2j. So let's write that as 1i minus 2j. So it's going down like that, 1 across and 2 down. So that means the velocity of Q must be parallel to that. It must have the same gradient. So we can make an equation for the gradients. We know that the rise over run for this one is the same for P. Velocity of P is the same as the rise over run for the velocity of Q. So let's look at Q, and I'm going to make an equation, write Q in vector format. So the velocity of Q will be 2b minus 1 in the I direction and 5 minus 2b in the j direction. So the j component divided by the I component will be the same for both, because that will give the gradient. So 5 minus 2b over 2b minus 1 is equal to negative 2 over 1. And then multiplying both sides by this, so 5 minus 2b equals, and I can multiply out by negative 2, so multiply these two together, negative 4b plus 2. So now I've got 2b equals negative 3, b equals negative 3 over 2, or negative 1.5. You can do this by using the fact that the velocity, if one is a scalar multiple of the other, the velocity of p multiplied by a number will give you the velocity of q. So some of you may have done that by simultaneous equations. So k multiplied by the velocity of p equals the velocity of q. So then you can just equate coefficients. So k equals 2b minus 1 and minus 2k equals 5 minus 2b, and then multiply this one by negative 2. So negative 2k equals negative 4b plus 2. Subtract one from the other, and you've got 0 equals 5 minus 2 is 3. Negative 2 minus negative 4 is 2b. And so then rearranging that, you still get b equals negative 3 over 2. So either or. Marks wise, for part A, one method mark for setting up an equation. Here's the mark scheme. Right, a method mark for setting up an equation, even if some of the terms are incorrect, but they must be added together here, and then an accuracy mark for all correct. For part B, a method mark for equating coefficients of j, so setting up an equation, and an accuracy mark for 3.5, and a method mark for either setting up an equation for equating coefficients of I, or for substituting 3.5 into this equation here, and then an accuracy mark for the final vector correct. For part C, a method mark for either setting up an equation for the gradients being equivalent to each other, even if there are some mistakes, and if you use this method, a method for this here, an accuracy mark if this is correct or this is correct, and then another method mark dependent on getting the first mark for setting up, and again dependent on getting a correct equation here, a method mark for doing the working out, and then an accuracy mark for the final answer, whichever method you use.